you so much. I just would like to set the context. Thanks a lot for giving this privilege in, distinguished panel to host on technology priorities shaping the future of NBFC. Today, NBFC, as we it's standing on a borderline where digital transformation, AI-led underwriting, and the platform-led growth is where everybody is focusing. While on other side, we still have regulatory increasing their scrutiny, ensuring that all the elements of the NBFC and HFCs are in a regulatory border. At the same time, ensuring that the cyber risk escalation do not happen. We need to address cyber risk. We need to also ensure the operational excellency. So there are two elements, while of course the business growth, all the digitizations, and we need to approach this, we still have to we have to do it within the boundary of the regulatory as well as in the cyber risk. So technology is no longer a support function, which it used to be in a past. Support function, cost-centered. Whenever the technology comes, everybody gets, their ear becomes very active to listen how much it is cost and what are we doing. But in today's world, in today's technological era, nobody is seeing IT as a cost center or a support center anymore. IT is more a business growth enabler. At the same time, we also need to be cautious as we are risk amplifier, multiple systems, multiple connections together, and also our responsibility, and increasingly we are contributing to the company's balance sheet as well. So IT, looking at the IT view has changed. At the same time, we all understand lot of oversight from the board members. Before IT was as a support center, there were no more active board involvement, but today a senior management, a board is involved, asking very legitimate questions that are we scaling securely? Are we doing digitally enough, or are we risking in the digital era? Are we investing to ensure resiliency or also in the operation excellency? So this is the angle of management and the board changing in the space of your NBFC era in technology. In next 60 minutes, I will have an opportunity to query, to get the knowledge of the experts here, and we'll discuss how the technology is driving growth. We will also discuss how it is working in some area and how it is failing in some area, because that's the knowledge we need to gain, where we are having the expert panel who tells us where it has failed, and we need to learn from the failing. So I look forward for a candid discussion with our panelists, and let's begin with that note. Let me start with Mr. Vikas. A question for you is, which technology decisions have had the biggest impact on your NBFC growth or efficiency in last few years? There you could just turn on, please.
Yeah, I think it's working fine. Thanks. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. And thanks, Yagnesh, for that question. I would like to start with what Yagnesh was saying, that tech is no more being seen as a cost center or a support center, right? Yeah. And at NeoGrowth, I would say that we are very proud in saying that we are tech and data-driven NBFC. So our business is driven through tech. It's not that tech is just the enabler. Now, having said that, our management was always focused and heavily invested in building the products in-house, so that provides us the competitive edge. Now, our continuous investments in building the in-house products and continuous focus on the innovation are the two decisions that has helped us get the much required efficiency as well as the competitive edge. Now, why I'm so much stressing on the building the products in-house? Because once you have the product in-house, you have the tech capability that you can enhance them, you can integrate them with the external system, and you can leverage the entire ecosystem to your competitive edge. plus your business needs are changing very fast. In order to align with them and deliver them at the pace that they are expecting the changes, it's only possible when you have something in-house and the tech team that is strong and capable enough to support that. The next important decision that has helped us gain in terms of the efficiency was that we were way ahead in terms of leveraging the advanced technologies. So we were always using machine learning and advanced analytics to build our credit underwriting models, to do our collections allocations. And later on, when the AI picked up, or specifically Gen AI picked up, right? We were early movers to adopt Gen AI. So as of today, right from software development to optimize and make the workflows efficient, we have leveraged Gen AI. So we have different solutions which are already integrated into our journey, like NeoLens, which is supporting the credit underwriting. Then we have FTR agents, which are built leveraging the Gen AI to process the documents and make sure the documents, as soon as they are submitted, they are accurate and you don't go back and forth in correcting that kind of an information. So two things which kept us ahead and were key contributor in terms of the efficiency improvement is our in-house products and continuous investment into the emerging technologies and innovation.
Thank you, Mr. Vikas. Any thoughts we can have from Mr. Sachin on your growth path on the efficiency in last few years for NBFC?
So, I believe in, if something is already invented, I would like to go with product. In-house is, obviously if you're supported by good budgets and all, if at all, there are complexities and, you don't believe in that product, then we will go in-house for certain developments. But all this, as Vikas rightly mentioned, all these technologies, especially the AI coming in picture, have made many things easier. Like, you have implemented your DevOps, code review. Voice bot, chat bots are very common things. I'm sure everyone has already implemented that. But there are so many other areas where AI, especially Gen AI, is helping us. Like, you can automate your credit underwriting flow. At least, and in the other room when we all were discussing, there are certain use cases where we are saying, no, there is no 100% automation possible with these automations, AI, etc. But at least 80% and that 20% can be manually put in some buckets so that people can work on. So that's how automations are helping us. That's something.
Thank you so much. How about you, Mr. JBJ Gupta, at the Birla, being such a large, campus and large IT, how does NBFC have supported their growth?
Not only specific to NBFC, because we are a large financial conglomerate. Yes. We have lending, insurance, investments, all kind of products. And we manufacture the product and also we distribute the products. Correct? We have the different challenges in multiple places. And the new technologies like, because he's mentioned that when the documents are submitted, how quickly you can scan the document or take the photocopy of it. And some AI modules will actually validate the document and read the content, pre-fill the application, and wherever is digital public infrastructure is available, call the APIs, validate whatever the information is read from the documents, and feed into the respective core systems at backend. And parallelly, the flow will go to the respective operations department or risk department or the KYC department so that they can real-time validate the documentation with accuracy, then they submit it. It really reduces the time, especially we've seen this into the health insurance use, because health insurance, we required a lot of documents from the customer from the health perspective. That helped us a lot. From the NBFC, specifically to NBFC, especially for the business loans and loan against property, we have seen that huge time saving. And we have the mixed thing. It is not that I can't say that everything is in-house. We have a partially in-house, and we also takes a lot of help from a lot of fintechs. It is a joint and collaborative efforts. We put it from both the sides so that we'll get the best knowledge from the industry, and as well as we built the knowledge in-house. For the period of time, we will see that where the entire world will go.
Thank you. Anything from you, Mr. Ranjan?
Yeah, sure. I mean, honestly, I mean, as Vikas explained, I mean, our founder was also expecting the same from us, that is having everything in-house, like LOS, LMS, collection, whatever the basic applications. The challenge which I was facing is how I will build it, how I will do it. So to do that, what I have understood in the industry, that is, we do not have much of people who can, tech people who can understand business. And another part is, when I am going to hire people, either they are from the back end or from the front end or from the database side. How I can have the people who are tech independent? How the people who can understand the business? So we have picked up 3 or 4 people from the from market. We have trained them, and we made sure that they are going to be techno-functional. They are going to be tech independent. And when I'm talking about tech independence, they are not bind with Java or Spring Boot or front end, back end, cloud, etc. So the team which I have now, they are equipped well, they understand the business, and there we started our journey to create LOS, LMS, and collection system. So all are in-house. The point is, we have to pick up the smart people from the market, and we have to train them well and make them understand what is the business. Because at the end of the day, tech is to enable business and help organization to grow the business.
Thank you, Mr. Ranjan. How did it went and Purple Finance from growth stand, Mr.
I will take little, I have different experience with my previous company where I worked in insurance. I will take from that side because I have spent around 14 years in that industry. Which I feel from technology point of view, we need to understand the time has changed from being IT head to technology head, and then you're becoming a natural AI management process. Maybe you can say you are the thought process leader where you co-own the business with the business team. I have seen that in IT era where requirement used to be given and then we blindly deliver it without applying our own common sense. Even date of birth can be future dated. That can be a bug can be raised. How system is taking date of birth as a future date. And we used to debate, requirement were not there. Now we hear the era where we say, we know what you want. That's how SaaS platform started coming, PaaS started coming, where the technology professionals started doing the business helping hands, coming directly to the business house and saying, this is what you can use as a value add. So this is the transition in the IT, where without IT, nothing is going to work now. What I personally feel is, whether it is in-house or whether it is product, outsourced product, it depends on how you see your problem statement and how you see the product selection. So many times when we join a company, already something legacy system is there. Sometimes you get the opportunity to work from scratch. Then you can take better opportunity, you have better opportunity to take decisions. But every time does not happen. So I feel in the NBFCs, in NBFC kind of environment where you have a primary LOS and LMS. So LMS is more little not that dynamic system where you need to do everything, every day changes. But when you say LOS, it is more like collaborating platform where you need to do the collaboration with co-lender, with DSAs, connectors, BC partners, because it creates the opportunity for you, business opportunity for you. Now, their decisions is something where we need to understand how this particular system is going to be more dynamic, more collaborative, more AI supported. That is something which, as on date, we are not finding any product per se, maybe not new product I'm saying, but that's why a lot of companies started doing their own development to address this transition of legacy system to more advanced system in terms of handling the AI expectation. So I think it is very balanced decision for any company to see how much can be outsourced or how much can be developed in-house? Because in-house has its own disadvantage also, because as a non-IT company, we don't train our developers on a very regular basis. There's single project, single task, maybe many times it is routine task for you. You're handling only one business house. Where in IT company, you have a lot of different type of project you handle. So that kind of pros and cons is there. But I feel balancing is very important while taking the decision that is in a house or it is going to be product.
Thank you for that. While I have opportunity, of course, to raise the question, I would also like to share a few points in this, because at Niwas Housing Finance also we had a serious or important technological decision where it was a demerger from Indostar Capital, and it is important when the demerger happens, the board, the investor, and every senior management is looking at it. How are we separated on technology? And trust me, it is not a simple decision, but that was been taken, that all the technology components, including from the base till the cloud level, will be separated. And once that happened, that decision resulted in a very good response, as well as the comfort and the board and management level for the business growth. So that's how the decision at Niwas also had helped us. Well, I'll continue. The next one, Mr. Sachin, this is for you. So we are in AI era, and of course, a lot about automation already been spoke about, lot of automation talks, lot of AI talks. The question is, where has automation genuinely simplified the operation, and where it has added the complexity? So automation has, of course, the both side of it. It helps you to simplify, while some case it might, result it in complexity, and would like to hear your experience on that, please.
So, my understanding with complexity and positive is something which is successful, we say, it went positive. Something which is failed, then we might say it was complex, it was not assessed correctly. There could be a number of reasons. But I follow a very simple principle when it comes to automation, whether using AI, RPA, or anything else. It should be more for clarity and scale, and not only for, let's say, speed, or, compete with others. Because I have seen complex or failures with complexity or failures with such use cases where there are new people coming in organization and they say, boss, in my old company we have done this, we have done that, and then because they're part of management or part of business, and they need to have similar sort of thing, although if that particular function is working correctly. But if the demand is for scale, and if they are very clear with the requirement, you can easily implement any automation. And since this, with few examples, like, DevOps earlier, without even AI or Gen AI, DevOps pipeline, CI/CD was already in place. In last few years, it has improved a lot. It is not using Gen AI. Obviously, it will add value when it comes to code review, optimization, etc. Gen AI will add value to it. But this is a very, very good example of automation. DevSecOps, then Terraforms. There are really good automations on infra side when it comes to cloud. Cloud has given immense benefit as compared to the on-prem infra. So these are very good examples of automation. And wherever human brain is required, everyone knows that this particular process is common, easy. You can easily break it, and you try automation on it. You should do that, but as I said, you should have some provision for manual area. If at all you feel that 80% if we can achieve, if you want to scale, then only you should automate that. And those complex use cases like credit underwriting and all, where there is enough options available where you can, you have a checklist, you will read documents, you will compare, the automation will say, yes, this is the same person, KYC is good, all those things are possible. There will be some failures. I would not say failures, but automation will say, no, I'm not able to find it. I will not say 100%. Even if it is 99%, then you should move it to a manual queue. That's how you can work on the complexities. But these are some examples I would like to add.
Thank you, Sachin ji. Because how would you see automation in benefit and complexity viewpoint?
Sure. So in our case at NeoGrowth, right, our journey is almost loan origination and loan processing journey is almost straight through processing. So automation has helped us in terms of reducing the turnaround time, overall turnaround time, and thereby improving the customer experience, right? So that's heavily on the positive side of it. So it also helps in cutting down the operational errors or operational risks, right? If you have done the automation and you have got it right through robust testing, then there are a lot of advantages. Coming on to the negative side, so till date, I don't think we have seen any downside of automation. However, that's because when we go ahead with an automated process, when we make some manual process automated, we try to go it in a very calibrated way that we run the two processes in parallel for a couple of months and ensure that what we are expecting in terms of the accuracy and quality is not compromised at all. So that's the only caution we take, otherwise it's all positive.
Great. Thanks for the input. How would you see Mr. J.V.J. Gupta?
Actually, automation worked very well for us in one of the case. We get a daily at least 10 to 12,000 emails from the customers on the various queries. And we implemented the bot there. As soon as the email comes to my mailbox, the bot reads it, understands the intent of the customer, and based on the intent, if it is a simple intent, then it will call the respective APIs. Suppose if someone is asking that what is my outstanding loan balance, or what is the rate of interest, or what is a tenure leftover, correct? This kind of a things, actually it will call the APIs and it immediately revert to the customer on the email. And some are where it is a multi-intent cases, or customer is coming for the foreclosure or rate revision kind of a things, it is a little bit complex. It will not take a call, it will actually create the service request and it will pass on to the respective departments to get connected with the customer. That actually increased 95% of our efficiency of the users. Earlier, we used to have at least 100 people to revert to 10,000 emails every day. That count is come down to the 35 people. Because now only they handles the complex scenarios where multi-intent or multi-threaded mails, otherwise everything is straight to process by the email bot. But at the same time, we have observed some complexities that where the repeat emails started coming in, where the bot is reverted to the customer, but the same email thread, customer is calling, and we observed the very good trend of customer behavior here. And which when it is manual revert, we could not able to understand that. When the bot we start using it, when the customer is coming for the outstanding and rate of interest, the repeat thread mail comes is that he's asking for the foreclosure. And the same thread we have seen even in the call center also. And the bot is not only simplified it, but it is giving the more insights that how your customer is behaving. That really helped us from the customer service perspective, cost reduction, and speed at which you service to the customer. And at the same time, the insights also is giving in.
So it's a very good practical, I think, example. So that's what we are looking here. We are looking at how the panelists have in real life used it and benefited it. That helps us all to replicate that in our environment too. Ranjanji, what's your take on that?
Yeah, sure. I mean, honestly, whenever somebody is talking about automation, for me it is like walking on the sword. Because anything if goes wrong, if you have done the automation, if anything goes wrong, it is until unless it is notified, it's going on. So something which we are going to build, which we are going to automate, I mean, if you ask me, if we talk about any senior management in any NBFC, they want everything to be automated. But at the same time, as a technology person, and when I understand the business as well, I always ask them, what is the use case? I mean, do we really need it? What is the number? I mean, how it is going to help our business? I mean, are we actually going to get something out of it? I mean, everything should not be automated. I mean, we need to see what is the use case and how it is going to drive our business to the next level. So if it is useful, then yeah, definitely we have to pick up for that automation, but it has to be thoroughly analyzed how we are going to implement it. And specifically something which is related to, for example, in our case, when it comes to the loan management system, when it is come to the disbursement, when it is coming to the repayment, it is very, very critical area where we have to focus more. I mean, when it comes to LOS, it's a data collection for the customer. We have to think that most of the data is available digitally. So let's get that data digitally and fill it in the form. So less effort should be taken from the sales, as well as customer will be also comfortable. But at the same time, LOS is just a pick up the data. But the critical part, I always think it is on the LOS side, LMS side, because it is for the disbursement, it is for the repayment, as well as we do the daily posting in the accounting system. It means if anything goes wrong, all the systems will go on a toss. So we have to more focus on the LMS side, and when we are doing the automation, it has to be thoroughly tested. I know, I mean, AI coming into the picture. I hope it is going to help us. We need to figure it out. I mean, till now our organization didn't explore that part, but we would like to explore that part. I mean, how we are going to use AI in the LMS part itself.
Definitely, the very valid point. Automation goes hand in hand with the business case. Otherwise, it can fall apart.
I was just listening. The thought came in my mind. Since 30, 40 years, I'm listening this automation. It's like automation plus, plus. So everything like automation. So I think automation, no one can ignore that. No one can say automation not required. Yeah. That question not existing here now. Only thing up to what level? Automation in assembly line in auto industry, it is always there. Without that, nothing can be done. The way we are getting the cars in the market, the way things are happening, even that is there. Especially in the BFSI sector, since it is more regulated and more that way, automation exists. Only thing is, I think that is also getting narrowed down where we see the complexity. The complexity is also getting addressed by advanced technology. For example, I'm taking one example. In NBFC, I'm little new, but I will take the example of even NBFC or maybe insurance. In insurance claim processing, if you say, I have a car, I want to go to the garage, workshop for the repair. Traditionally, used to take around 7 to 8 days, or even 2 days minimum to get the survey done where they approve and then your repair starts. Surveyor used to travel to that place, and insurance company used to claim that we do the survey in 24 hours, average stat, and that they used to claim with the proud. Now, that is half an hour. I think there's no question on the quality, there's no question on in terms of any risk. It is the purely customer delight, because person who are doing the survey, you are trusting that person. Doctor who is giving the medicine to you, trusting the doctor. I don't know. I have seen the bumper of a car replaced in South is 50% cheaper than the same bumper of the same car is replaced by North garage. How that is possible? Now, because of this technology, the best part which I feel in automation with the technology is technology remembers things. Technology can correlate the information. Technology can even memorize better data and information and then can take call. Yes, if we take a child, we teach that child, it does the blunder. We have to have a supervisory activity. The bigger problem or the challenge that we face, either we blindly believe on that it is going to happen from first day itself, or we believe nothing is going to happen. So I think same way, if I'm doing any kind of automation, there are two kinds of automation. One is well established in the market. You are going and picking it and using it, no doubt. But every company has its own process, guideline. At least the exception handling has to be there. Someone has to not blindly trust it is going to work everywhere. Let me tell you one more example. Everyone buys a policy on any aggregator, Policy Bazaar or any kind of platform. You get immediately the policy in your mail. Whether anyone has read that policy, whether anyone has seen that one word was missing there.
The answer is no, yeah.
No.
We know.
But we trust. But now AI is going to give the capability where he can read that PDF before sending it. So I think automation is going to the next level. very in exponential manner, and it already proved that it's going to be only for betterment. No other side effect of that. This is what I feel so.
Great, thanks for that. So automation remains and a critical part of our life, and we need to embark a journey on automations while keeping in the mind the business growth. Next one for Mr. GPJ Gupta on being Aditya Birla, having a lot of course, customers and base. How has technology changed what customer expect from NBFC, and where do we still fall short?
It is very interesting. What we see is that all of us are the customers for our financial institutions. At the same time, we use a lot of products from the different people, correct? If you ask me, the customer expectations have changed. It's not that any financial institution are doing their own. If you're using the Netflix, or using the Amazon, or using any of the mobility apps, what are the customer experiencing it when the customer is buying any financial product? The customer expects the same kind of a service from the financial institutions, correct? If the customer is going to the Uber, Ola, or is going to the Amazon, Flipkart, if I'm able to buy anything with a single click and with the 20 minutes delivery, 30 minutes delivery, why the financial product is so complex, either to buy or to redeem or the claim, because especially in the life insurance, health insurance, the biggest complaints comes is the claims, correct? The customer expectations itself is completely changed. And if you're not geared up to meet the customer expectations, then you're not in the business, okay? And earlier, if I had the brand name and if I have the large branch network, then I used to think that, okay, I'm there now, my business is safe forever, but not the scenario now, because customers are adopting, even the newborn companies, customers are adopting the digital faster than the companies, correct? We're all talking about the automation, AI and everything, correct? If you ask me, our customers may probably using the more advanced technology than the institutions which are using it. Because if you go back and if you see our childs, our neighbors, our friends, or anyone, they might be in the ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, they will have all the apps in their devices, correct? Probably in our organization, because of your information policy, whatever it is, you may not be using them. Now, as an institution, if you're not going to adopt the new change, because change is inevitable, correct? Finally, all of us need to adopt the change, either now or later, otherwise you'll be invisible. Now, what kind of a NBFC changes we're bringing is that, are we meeting my customer expectations or not? I'll give you the simple example, some of the products, lending products. Yesterday we were having one conference call with one of the NBFC. We asked them that, what is making you to get 50% of the market share? They told only one thing. Guys, all of you focus on that, how quickly I can do the disbursement when the customer is coming to your platform or walking into your branch. Your guys measures at what speed you are disbursing to the customer and how you have the frictionless flow for onboarding the customer. But none of your guys are not giving that kind of a frictionless experience when the same customer coming and closing the loan.
Yeah, then losing.
Do we really appreciate that, okay, today customer need the money, you facilitated him, and everything, 20 minutes you disburse the money. But the same customer has got some funds, now we want to come and pay back. You create what kind of a complexity in our NBFCs, correct? Because I worked in the earlier large financial institution, now I'm with Aditya Birla Capital. When the customer is coming for the foreclosure, we treat that the customer is a criminal here. You don't treat him as your customer, correct? And when you go back and see all of your guys, I'm telling, you go back and see that what kind of friction you built when the customer coming for the rate revision or a customer coming for the pre-closure. You lost this document, that document, where from you are paying, are you doing the BT, are you paying from your own funds? You will ask n number of questions. But when the customer is coming and taking money from you, don't ask anything. Just to do the KYC verification and create underwriting, just to disburse the money, correct? When, from the NBFC perspective, this is what is a large debate, we had it yesterday. If you are onboarding the customer and disbursing the money in 20 minutes, can your pre-closure, if the customer is coming for the forced closure, can you do it in 5 minutes? Can you make that customer is a repeat customer? Why will any customer come to you? Because it is a commodity nowadays, correct? What customer sees when he's coming for any of the product to you, you'll ask for what is your rate of interest, what is my LTV, and how fast you are giving money. You tell me any one of you looks more than this when you take the money from any of the financial institution?
That's the core, yeah. That's the
These
core.
are three, correct? And when you're giving these three are very frictionless, very competitive, then it is a product, it is a commodity. But when you gain the customer trust, and when customer feels is more better service is getting it, or his experience is very seamless, then you want to come back and tell that, okay, I want to do the foreclosure, or I want to go for the rate revision, or I want to give the partial payment. Suppose if I defaulted for one EMI, whatever the reason, correct? How friendly you are with the customer? Either one EMI, two EMI, some emergencies happened at home. Are really taking care of that humanity with the customer? Not at all. Is our technology preempting that? Not at all. Your early warning signals will come in that the customer might default. That you're seeing it only from the whatever the SMSs customer getting on his mobile. Okay, he's defaulted some utility payments, defaulted the other EMI and all, correct? What are the other data which you have it, which you can read it, interpret it, apply your data analytics or engineering, whatever you name it, and you see that, okay, when go proactively to the customer, how can I help you? That is where the technology should support. And what we feel is that, because I'm all these guys are a technologist, but I'm not a technology guy. I'm accidentally became a technology guy, though I'm a chartered accountant. What we have to see is that when you go and sitting under the boardroom, you have to keep discussing, is it technology drives the business or business drives the technology? Correct? Many times when I'm this side of delivery side, always people come and ask me more and more technology delivered, and anything is failed, they blame on the technology. And if the project delayed, technology is delayed it. If the out of funds, technology is told it is a 10 crores project, finally they end up with the 15 crores. Correct? And if the audit, RBI, InfoSec, everything is a technology failure. They don't, no doubt, probably it might be applicable to all of you. But when the business succeeded, suppose they want to do 100 crores, they done the 150 crores. No one talks that because of the technology, I could able to achieve to 150 crores. Did anyone have seen that? Is it different trend in the industry?
Very less, very less.
It is a thankless job, if you ask me. But I'm in between. I can understand the pain of the technology, I can understand the pain of the business, but at the same time, I can understand both the positives and negatives of it. But you guys have to question, are we addressing the customer or not? I'm telling you guys, if you're not addressing the customer pain area, or you're not faster than your customer, you're not in the business at all. In our, at the Birla Capital, I can't say that we are much advanced than thinking beyond the customer imagination. We are trying to reach there. We are not it. But we are doing a lot of transformational projects. I'll give you one best example of transformation, what I did for the this November is we have the multiple customer experience centers because we have large conglomerate having the 7 subsidiaries. We have the different contact number for the customer to reach out to the customer experience center and different partners, different vendors, different technologies. And though we say one ABC, but when we pronounce to the customer, you don't see that same pronunciation or addressing to the customer. We got it all in one place. We transformed the entire contact center, the customer experience center. It's going to be only one call center number. And you can reach anytime, and everyone will address the same name, same phrase, same English, multilingual, everything we gave it. And literally, it is actually transformed the customer experience. And we almost crossed from the 42 to 43 NPS. And now we are sitting at 70. My target to take the NPS to the 85, 90. And when I've taken up this project, my technology team asked that, GPG, it is not a technology. Why are you taking this transformation? It is in a service transformation, you are saying that it is a technology product. I said, yes. Unless if the technology team don't think about the customer, then who else will think? My submission to technology team that think of a customer. You are a customer, you are buying a product from your company. Do you like that experience? And you want to like, or your father, or parent, or a wife, or children, anyone wanted to like your experience, before you build anything to your customer, you start use it, or you take your own views from your neighbors and yourself and your relatives, then you know what you're building it is right for a customer. And if you speak with the 10 people, I'm 100% sure what you're building it is really the product which you want to launch to your customers. That is where the technology actually will have the upper hand when you speak with the business. Guys, this I validated with my customers. This is the best flow. This is why I can do it. And this is why I can deliver it. And be own it, be accountable for the failure and success both sides. That is where I suggest that this is the best way you can convince your board or business partners, and you drive the technology initiatives in the organization.
Great going, great going. That's really very insightful. I would like to have one more view, Mr. Vikas, on that. From the NeoGrowth also on a credit side and a lot of customer base, how would you say this in terms of satisfaction and where you think we can still improve?
See, what customers expect, right, today, there are three things on the top of it, right? Speed, seamless experience, transparency, and personalization, right? Now, touching on the point that JPJ talked about, right? The customer pain points, especially when it is coming to serve the customer in a longer term. So with respect to that, at NeoGrowth, we have built our customer app, right? It has all the self-serve features. It's available to them 24/7. So that has helped us reduce the number of customer queries that are handled by our customer support team, because it's almost self-served, right? And in addition to that, we are also leveraging all the latest technologies, specifically Gen AI and AI, right? To give them a seamless and smooth experience, leveraging the straight-through processing. Yeah. So in our journey, there are only manual interventions which are only required from a controls and risk management perspective. Apart from that, it's all straight through for them, cutting down the turnaround time and creating a great experience for the customers.
Okay, that's helpful. Yes, Ranjanji.
So on the, we discussed a lot about the customer experience. I believe we evolved a lot on when it talks about onboarding the customer and providing the loan. Our Indian customers are very impatient. We have to accept that fact. So speed, yeah, definitely we have to get it. But at the same time, I think when we talk about the customer experience, it comes when it comes to the collection part. When it comes to the collection part, how we are treating our customer. And to treat our customer better way, we need to have the EWS powerful, very powerful EWS. Along with that, we need to have some behavioral data. We need to have their, maybe like, for example, nowadays we are going for the account aggregator, we can get their financials almost every month. But it is still not structured. I think we need to have more structured data so we can understand if he's bouncing, what is the reason behind it, why he's bouncing, and how we can help him. Because when we give them the proper experience on the collection part, I'm sure then he can become a repeat customer. Because if everybody talks about, okay, fine, I will do this, that, X, Y, Z, and then he can become my repeat customer. No, what is experience? Experience is when he is in the pain and how we can help it. I mean, in the technology part, I think we have to do a lot when we have to collect such kind of a data, and we have to improve our system to help our customer. Because on the onboarding side, I don't think so we need any further improvement. There are possibilities, but we have done a lot. I mean, all the NBFCs banks, they have done a lot of work on the disbursement part or customer onboarding part. But the most of the things which I still believe that is we have to work on the second part, which is a collection.
Great, great. Yes, Mr. Prashant.
Yeah. I feel I don't agree with you, sir. Indians are having the patience, but we do a lot of miscommitment. हम 98% claim settlement करते हैं, हम 3 दिन में loan settlement करते हैं. This is what we claim. And if we claim, customer has to agree and has to expect, should pay in 3 days, yes? And if you don't pay in 3 days and customer writes mail, then this customer is impatient. No. We have not set right expectation. Whatever we have, कर लो दुनिया मुट्ठी में 500 रुपये का मोबाइल, ये सब बिल आएगा 50,000 रुपये, तो क्या होगा? तो I think technology always helps, no doubt. How we perceive the customer expectation. Indian customers are like a very simple, very straightforward. We create that environment where we start telling them this customer is, the way GPG is saying that while giving the loan or while selling the product, every gates are open. Aane do. And once you are going to pay something, then your entire door gets closed. वही कस्टमर जो सबसे सिंपल था, जो सबसे समझदार था, वो सबसे बड़ा बेवकूफ़ हो जाता है. तो इसमें टेक्नोलॉजी कोई रोल नहीं है. आई थिंक इट इज़ a mindset issue. There's one, technology is going to help on that part to create the right aspect. Let me tell one very good example. Rail ka ticket, railway ticket, only one provider, Indian Rail. There's no other option. I have to travel. I have limited money as a common man. 4,000 paid, ticket not issued. Because of some payment gateway failure, something has happened. I don't have another 4,000 to another ticket. What they have done? Technology was there. Nothing, they have not done anything. Only one thought process change. Just simply say, मैं हूँ ना. Don't worry. पैसा कट गया है. बैंक से आपको SMS आ गया है. अगर आ गया है, I trust you. आपको 30 मिनट में पैसा वापस आ जाएगा. आप 30 मिनट वेट कर लो. इसमें टेक्नोलॉजी कुछ नहीं किया. Only it is setting the right expectation to the customer and saying, don't worry, your money is safe. You'll get that money in 30 minutes or maybe 1 hour, not a problem. At least customer will not be the panic. Same way, if I am facing any problem in NBFC where customer is not able to provide the document, are we communicating to the customer in the right language? Disbursement word is English word, उसी को हिंदी में disbursement लिख के भेज दिया. वर्नाकुलर हो गया भाई, अभी disbursement हिंदी में जा रहा है. And उसको disbursement समझ में नहीं आता, चाहे हिंदी हो चाहे इंग्लिश हो. So I feel it is a perspective change. Technology is capable to handle it because of this AI. Now at least translation can be done easily, which was a big task, quickly. And then maybe we can write the right expectation to the customer, and maybe customer can be now, Indian customer can be more patient customer for us.
Good example on the railway. I like that. Mr. Vikas, for you, this is important. What technology capabilities will become critical for NBFC in next 2 to 3 years? I think we have seen a flavor of Mr. Modi ji on AI. So on that ground or on your experience, अगले 2-3 साल में हम क्या देख रहे हैं?
Yeah, well, I guess everybody knows the answer, right? So, and it's very obvious. We all have seen it. We all have experienced it. In our daily lives, the productivity tools we are using for our on our phones, right? Everybody must have already used Chat GPT to improve their individual productivity. So no doubt, AI, machine learning, specifically Gen AI, is the key technology that will shape the future. Not only future, it is shaping our today. It will shape our tomorrow and the time after that. So that's one of the topmost technology capability that NBFC should focus on. How it can help is, it's not one use case where it can help you, right? So problem statements or the complexities which we were not able to automate through the conventional software, today that is possible, leveraging the AI ecosystem. Building those kind of automations is far more cheaper, faster, and you don't have to build everything on your own. You can leverage the ecosystem for that. Then it will also help you in putting up the credit underwriting engines, helping you build models that can help NBFCs to improve their customer experience through personalization. It will also help in the recovery part of it, that how do you automate the recovery process, right? How to target your customers when there are defaults. So AI definitely is the top technology capability that NBFCs will have to build. In addition to this, if along with this, the second priority that they should focus on is the cyber security and the fraud prevention.
Okay.
And again, this would be a hybrid of both the conventional software capabilities as well as your Gen AI capabilities. Because with advent of the technology, even the fraudsters or hackers are getting advanced day by day.
They are.
Right?
They are.
So while you are building products for your customers to give them a great experience, it is your responsibility that you have to provide them the safe products and a secure ecosystem. So, and it won't be just from your perspective. Today, the problem statement will shift because we are operating in an integrated ecosystem, right? If one thing goes wrong at your side, there are chances it can cascade to your partners also. So we have to ring fence our own ecosystem for our sake, as well as to ensure the rest of the partner systems that we are integrated with are also safe and secure. So I think those two things would be.
And what you see as a timeline of this getting very much mature, we are of course partly mature.
Well, this
What's
is
your
moving
view?
very fast. So
Okay.
prior to this, whatever technology advancements has happened, right? They were more of linear in nature. When the computers came, it took
Yeah.
time to adopt, right?
Yes.
When mobile systems came, it took time to adopt.
Agree.
But AI is a different ball game. It's moving exponentially. So predicting that it would be like 5 years, today we may say 5 years, right? But
Tomorrow.
1 week down the line, if we will come back, the timelines will reduce to 3 years. And who knows, in 1 month's time, it could be 1 year. So I think it's moving very fast.
Agree. I think we all know the example of Sarvam.ai and the way it is, disrupting the things in a speedy manner. JBG sir, how is your view?
Is little different than the technology guys, because I see that after 2 years or 3 years, do you need to have the technology to buy anything, or just you do with voice command?
Okay.
As a consumer, all of us will have the very sophisticated devices. Either you name it as a mobile device or anything, a wearable device, any of the new devices which you can see it in very soon. As a consumer, I don't want to get into any of the web pages or mobile apps or anything. Just I want to pass the command. I say that this what is my PAN number, or this what is my social security number, and I want a loan of $1 million or $2 million. And it will go to the open source kind of a thing. You have the marketplace, and the marketplace knows that, okay, GBJ wants some $1 million. And whomever comes first with my terms which agrees, just I say, please disburse to so-and-so my account. Now, as in a financial institution, how we are going to build your technology, whether you built everything based on the voice or command prompt, or if it is required is a, whatever is the technology backend you use it, you'll have the only one platform. See, because NBFCs, if you ask me, financial institution NBFCs, we have a trend of calling it a lead management system, LOS, LMS, collection, beach mein BRE, correct? Why do you need all these systems? There's finally is one single workflow, correct? You create the lead, the customer interested, you take the documents, you call one workflow, which will give you creditworthiness of the customer. Then it will go to, okay, RCU, FI, or credit officer, or the disbursement officer. They say yes, then just you disburse the loan. For our convenience of technology, we calling this, okay, this is what is the LOS, this is LMS, this is a collection, this is EWS, this all namings we gave it. But probably I think I'll see that this all is going to die. You'll have probably a single platform which will have everything is just workflow management system, and you'll get a command, voice command, will execute end to end, you'll disperse it. And probably where I see that technology has to play major role, that, see, lending is easy, I'm telling you, because I worked in the bank and as well as NBFCs. What is difficult is collection. What is difficult is that how is your risk underwriting policies? If you are very strong in this, then you can claim that yes, you are strong. Because today people will see when they read any of the NBFC's balance sheet, okay, there's a top line always we see it, there is no problem whether the top line is growing or not. But at the same time we'll see that, okay, what is your stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, correct? Then we will see what is the ROA. Other than that, if you see any of the listed companies, you see a PB. PB is always linked to their ROA. And that will continue. If you have the huge top growth, but if your ROA is negative, no one will give you the value in the market. And how the technology is going to contribute to ROA is most important. and you can downsize the number of applications, platforms, or no code, low code, whatever you name it, it has to be downsized and make it as a very simplified technology to bring into the table.
Great. That really helps. Mr. Sachin, your take on the future.
So, it's already there. We already spoke. There are expectation, it should be available in one particular product or something. That is something may not be available on immediate basis. For example, you already have CRM. Now the use case which GPJ explained that, there could be an API which can categorize an email, automatically create the response. It can also categorize, apart from the service categories, it can also identify whether it's a complaint or regular service request. All this is possible with AI. Now you don't need to replace your CRM if it is not having that capability. You just build an in-house system which will create an API which will, you just need to pass the email text. If you want to pass history and all, then basis that API will create the response. It will be available in your CRM. So stitching of all these, just thinking of solution that can I use my existing system? Can I use some part of in-house? Can I use another product and integrate it with it? So all this is already possible. There will be some use cases which are complex in nature, which anyways people have not thought of. Those are not there. So whatever you can think of, especially when it comes to scaling down the employee strength or scaling your applications requirement, application count and all that is possible today. You just need to stitch it correctly.
Great. Mr. Prashant, here is we needed your expert, view. What is one technology lesson you would share with the other technology leaders in a financial ecosystem?
Tough question. My experience is my experience. I don't know how much it is going to help others. But what I feel is being a strategic decision maker in any company, CTO is now more responsible for the growth of the company, even whether it is scalability or it is exponential growth or it is profit and loss, everything, the way GPG says, anything is like IT. If anything goes wrong, it is IT. Positive के लिए IT आता नहीं है. So, but that is going to happen. I think I have seen a time where without IT, a lot of things used to be happen. Where operation team used to be big team, they used to do a lot of things offline. But now operation team is shrinking, and even their management also believes that without IT not going to work. The responsibility is huge. I feel for us, we are also aging. We are also becoming older. We are becoming more strategic than more technical. AI is something which is really very good. I'm really excited to see the outcome of the AI, which is already happening. A lot of things which we have never thought about, that is also getting addressed by AI in very seamlessly, very positive manner. Being a CTO, we need to be very careful on the data exchange which is happening with the AI. Even today in transition phase, we are very open to use cloud AI or maybe a lot of AI technology which is available on cloud. I don't know where it is going. We are excited, we are learning, we are very happy that a lot of things are happening in background. What data I'm sharing? So all this governance is not there as of now, because we are as of now in the experimenting phase. Governance is very important because it might happen someday, a bomb will blast saying this is something has happened, data has been leaked, or very confidential information has been leaked. We don't know. That is one thing I feel is going to be critical for us. And from a lesson point of view, we have to be very balanced. I have seen by traditionally, as a developer mindset, I have been in development also in past. We always see positive, and everyone sees only positive of the life. We don't see the exceptions. Even in the development team also, we see only positives, if there's no else. And if there's one else, this is the value add, else ka again if nahi hota.
Okay.
So in this era where there are so many innovation happening, different side. We have to be very careful. What if something goes wrong? How we handle that scenario? I will take example. I've seen my own experience. DR site is there, well and running. DR real hota hai, and it fails when required. It fails. What happened? The hackers encrypted entire database. Replication happens to DR, that also gets encrypted. It was drilled down it was there for many years, drilling is happening, but no one has tested this part. Now, whether AI can address that? If AI addresses it, whether we invite the AI to address it? ऐसा नहीं था कि उस टाइम solution नहीं था, उस टाइम भी था, देखा नहीं हमने, किया नहीं हमने. So now, are we looking AI to come back and sit on my head and say, now start thinking this way? That is going to happen. And that is why I'm saying I take IT as a thought partner who can at least help me if I'm getting stuck anywhere, who can help me in terms of if I'm facing something where I'm not able to think, subject to if I ask right question to AI, if I share my own problem statement. That's why many times you say how you prompt to the AI. It is simple in a normal language. हमने क्या अपना प्रॉब्लम सही ढंग से बोला, डॉक्टर ने बोला तुमने क्या खाया था, बोला कुछ नहीं खाया था, ठंडी लग रही थी, नहीं लग रही थी, तो दवा तो गलत ही देने वाला है वो. तो आर वी पुटिंग आवर कॉन्टेक्स्ट राइट, आर वी पुटिंग आवर रोल राइट? आई एम रेडी टू गेट इंटरव्यूड, keeping my ego aside. I'm saying you cannot ask me the question. At least that creates problems. You talk with the human, but since you treat AI your partner, and AI is not a human, at least ego will not come in the picture. You can ask very openly. I'm thinking this whether I'm right or wrong. I think that is what AI is going to play the role. It is going to break your human barriers in a manner जो हम बीबी से शेयर नहीं कर सकते वो AI शेयर कर पाएंगे. Subject to we believe that this AI is very localized to me, very personalized to me. That is what is the risk for me. I'm believing this is localized, but not localized because data is going on cloud. I don't know where it is going. I think that is something which I feel is the critical point, and also for any CTO to be really a serious matter and tough problem to solve.
Thank you, Prashant. That wraps up. I think we had a very good discussion. We had a very fruitful discussion. Lot of insights, lot of practical use case, how they had experienced in their real life, including we was able to share one. Thank you so much, panelists. Thanks a lot for your great contribution and very much insightful session. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Can we please give them a huge round of applause?